All right, am I live? I'm live. Let's see. Let me check the old Twitter, make sure I'm live. I don't know. Let's see. Am I? It's loading. And YouTube. Where am I at? No idea. So, all right, hold on here. Hold on here. Mute that one too. All right, mute that. Do this. It's amazing how much I wanted to do this, and son of a bitch. It's amazing how much I wanted to do this and how long it took to actually set up. So Jesus Christ, trying to do this. All the first thing, what a pain in the ass this is. You got to have such a setup going on. All right, hi everyone. Anybody who's watching, fucking hell. Hold on, there we go. All right, thanks for watching. I'm gonna play what probably is the best wrestling game ever. Better than, I mean, better than No Mercy because of the options and because of the the roster. But I guess we'll go through it. So you can search YouTube for the roster. I really just want to play and get right into it. So let's do that. So the problem is, though, I don't think you're going to be able to hear any of the backgrounds, any of the sound effects, which sucks because that's how it goes. But let me do this. No idea. All right, so whatever. So let's just get into it. Right, where'd it go? All right, so let's just start with a one-on-one match. I don't know how that was. Now that it's streaming, 2 out of 3 falls. This is garbage. This is the worst stream ever. It's terrible. That's how it goes. It's slow. Everything moves slow. A lot of pressure. You can tell by the goofy lights in the background. By the way, for those that know me, know that you can get my comic book back there on the poster. Championship Wrestling League #1 is available now. If you go to Etsy and search Pop Quiz Apparel, you can get the first issue. There's a CWL pin too that's for sale. So yeah, check it out. First issue's out now. Second issue is done being scripted. Looking to have it get made soon. Get that artwork done because I can't draw worth a shit. So I write it and do everything else, and then I hire somebody to draw it. I hire somebody to color it, and that's how it goes. So this is gonna be rough, but no speaker. Yeah, let's do this. There we go. All right, let's see. Might be able to do that. It's such a random collection of arenas. They all look awesome. Like this WCW Saturday Night Arena looks awesome, but why that one of all ones? And Hardcore TV, yeah, this is rough. Hold on here. We do full screen here so you don't see the deal on the top. Yeah, let's not limit the frames per second. The sound is terrible. Yeah, this is rough, man. I don't know what the hell I'm doing here. Maybe anybody watching who knows anything about anything. Uh, no. I don't know. Anyway, here we go. All right. Yeah, much better now. All right, let's do this. So TLC match. Let's do. I think there's more arenas than those. I thought, but maybe not. I don't know. You know what the hell with it? Let's get crazy. Let's go AAA. Was it a Corona? That's cool. I'm with pin. Yes. Submission. No KO. No rope break. No bloodshed. Yes. This is how you play. Even when me and my friends would play as Taz in No Mercy, submission was always turned off. You always win by a pinfall. It's a definitive win. And I see guys win when they stream. They win with like roll ups and anything possible and like a body slam. They just try to pin to win. Yeah, no. You hit your finisher and you win the match. That's how you play. World title. Nah, no belt on the line. Let's do this. So yeah, so the roster's bonkers. I don't even know. I'm not going to go through the whole roster. You can search YouTube and find the whole roster on YouTube. I mean, I think that when I tested playing this before, I did Shane Douglas versus Ric Flair in a barbed wire match. So that's how off the wall as you can get with this deal. So I don't even know where to start because there's so many guys. There's your Attitude Era. Here's your ECW. And now I guess the select guys is the costume change button. But somehow you can get different costumes of guys. Like I don't know how that works too. Like guys have different costumes. Like every time you cycle through them, is it another one? I don't know. I don't know exactly how that works either. But speaking of that, what's that? Raven's got the Sandman shirt. Sandman that premieres next week on Netflix. So yeah, see, like why is Punk got a shirt on, but he doesn't. I don't know how to change that. Nope, it's random skipping deal. Yeah, everything moves slow. God, it's terrible when you're streaming things and cheap controllers. And it's amazing the things you can play. What a time to be alive, but you're playing for free, and you know can't really complain. You get what you pay for. I'm gonna be AJ because I want to see what the Styles Clash looks like, and I guess I gotta wear Bullet Club deal. Why's Kenny in this coat and sunglasses? Get that out of here. I don't know how to change that, but I don't want it. Um, AJ Kurt, like TNA, AJ Joe. Yeah, what the hell? I tell you, him, and the face scans look awesome. Like that is a straight up rip right off of Joe. Let's see. So that is moving so slow. All right, who wants to taunt? So the problem is, oh god, everything's so slow when you're streaming. It's terrible. Slow motion action. But sometimes fast. Now we're speeding it up. It seems like everything starts out slow with this ROM, with Simulator. This deal I don't like, where they get all groggy after they get hit. Like that's not something I don't care about that. That's where a lot of people want to say Virtual Pro Wrestling 2 is the best. Maybe the roster is cool because the roster is unique. Wow, it froze. How awesome was that? Just when I started the match. Killer. How awesome is that? Let's restart it here. How do you restart? Reset. That's so funny. I don't know what a hard reset is. Yeah, so but you know what, the culmination of the gameplay, like yeah, everybody wants to say Revenge is the best. Revenge, if you were a WCW guy, No Mercy, obviously, if you were a WWF guy. But the best is No Mercy because that's the pinnacle of the gameplay. The gameplay kept evolving through every game, and it just got better and better and better. No Mercy was the best that it was. That's it. And so Virtual Pro Wrestling is cool because Virtual Pro Wrestling is a step above Revenge as far as gameplay goes, and then I think it goes No Mercy. So No Mercy is I mean the graphics were the best, and that's about as far as you can get. You know what? Anybody else who's been paying attention to me knows how much I love Stan Hansen. I'm gonna be Stan Hansen, and I'm gonna go against Muda. Muda would be cool. No, let's not do. Oh, we got Lucha Underground action going on here. See, that's it's crazy. Who's that? It's Mysterio, and that's Psychosis, and that's Super Crazy. Oh, Psychosis has the mask up on the bottom, and then there's Chavo Guerrero, and there's Juventud. Which Juventud has the mask, right? Super Crazy, Chavo, Juventud. Juventud's mask was cooler. What was that? Kazarian and Daniels got their own square. All right, I'm Stan Hansen against Joe. Would have liked to have seen that because I would have liked to have seen Stan Hansen dishing out potatoes left and right and seeing how Joe would have handled that. So yeah, I think in Virtual Pro Wrestling you can't run and grapple. That's how it goes. Also, too, you can't. I think like when you sit them up, when they're laying on the ground, they don't go into the sitting position; they get right up. Those are things that came later in No Mercy. So that's why No Mercy is the best, because the gameplay just kept getting better and better and better. I mean, Virtual Pro Wrestling's got all the Japanese stars. It's got Vader, and it's got guys that you can't find in other games. Yeah, so. But this one, on the other hand, has everybody, plus enhanced gameplay. And I know the developer is working on another one. I forget what it's called. It's like, I follow him on Twitter, and I can't remember what his name is. But he's making a brand new one with better graphics and all this other stuff. And apparently, like, I saw an update where he fixed it so if you play with Shawn Michaels against Hogan, every time he gets hit and he sells, he goes flying halfway across the ring like at SummerSlam. So that's kind of cool. It's a little extra, but you know, what if you want to play those guys and you want to have a normal match instead of that wacky shit? But come on, man. So the controller I'm using is a USB 64 controller. Way back in the day when I was at work, and it was downtime at work, I used to play an emulator, and I had what was called an Adaptoid, and it was actually a Nintendo 64 to USB converter. And it was cool because you can use an actual Nintendo 64 controller that had the weight to it. These regular USB ones are real light, so you gotta get used to the buttons, and the buttons aren't as smooth. Oh, I don't even know what the difficulty's on. He's messing me up right now. The slow motion gameplay ain't helping none either. Shit. So speaking of Stan Hansen too, speaking of which too, if you follow me on Twitter at Mike Spear Jr., which you're probably watching me on right now, or on Instagram at Mike Spear Jr., in my bio I've got a linker, linkered out bio, and in there I've got a link to my TeePublic store, and in there I just bought a Stan Hansen tank top. Stan Hansen in like an animated, like Mickey style. Oh, there's a fucking Money in the Bank briefcase up there. Stan Hansen dressed like Mickey type tank top that just came, which is pretty awesome. Plus, you can get a CWL shirt on there now. CWL, my comic, the Championship Wrestling League, where it's pretty much a wrestling promotion in a comic book. Oh, lariat to the face. And he gets right back up and no sells it. This isn't friggin' 2K, all right? DDT on the chair. No, he blocked it. AI could use a little work. Son of a bitch. Smack. Oh, come on. Oh, man. See, this is slow as hell for me. I can't even imagine what it's like for you guys. It looks like it's torture. Look, watching the stream, it's moving so slow. It's moving slow for me. It's way behind for you guys. All right, let me see something here. See, if I, because I'm using StreamYard. If I use StreamYard and go to the 1080p, I wonder if that'll make a difference. Then I got to start paying money. And the whole point of me doing this is to try and make money. So you just got to spend money to make money. That's how it goes, brother. But come on. No, you gotta reverse that. Shit. Oh, forget about it. This is a TLC match. Shit's gonna go on forever. I'm trying to think the longest I ever had a TLC match for in No Mercy, I believe went over an hour. Here we go. Epic comeback starts right here. Or how about I had a 60-minute Iron Man match, Iron Man tag team match. Wow, look at that shit. How did I jump up that fast? That's pretty crazy. And it was, I think the final score was like 35-26. I was on the winning team, of course. Shout out to my late friend Alan. He was my tag team partner. We were the New Age Outlaws and pretty much dominated every time we played. That was our team. We started out as the Hardys, and our usual opponents were the Dudleys. And then it wasn't working out so great, so we decided to switch it up. We tried going Acolytes for like a match, and it didn't work out. So then we decided to start using the Outlaws, and that was the end of it. Outlaws all day. Singles was always HBK. Once you unlock him, HBK he's awesome. He's fast. His finish is dominant. He's got one of those tough strikes that are not so easy to block. Oh, man, the lariat's hurting. Get him! Oh, you suck. Oh. All right, so that's what I'm talking about right there. It hasn't happened so much this match, so that's not so bad. Thank you, God. We get some kind of offense here. Ah. See, I don't get that. You're just gonna drop it. Like, why bother? That's not cool. Oh, shit. Thank you, God. Give me this. Lock. Take. Bullshit. Ah, no! Don't tell me that's Joe's. Oh, okay. Wait a minute. Oh, no! Oh, my God. Look at the animation on that. We got a little clipping going on here. It's rough. But again, you know, it's cool for the features. It's cool for the roster. Oh, look at this. We're all over the place now. Let's get out of the ring and let's straighten this shit out. Here we go. Come here, Joe. That's it. That's cool. Funny how he works out that arm when he's holding it from hurting so bad. There we go. Come on! Oh, you know what? I looked at the writing on Joe's tape and I didn't even like pick up on it. It's a cool little tweak. Shit. Yeah, the audio is rough. It moves real slow. You know what? I still have my 64. It's probably my computer too. I couldn't even tell you what year this laptop was, or the one I'm streaming on. Way back in the day. Probably had the laptop I'm streaming on for about 15 years. That's it. Let's call this just the dad stream. That's exactly what it is. Somebody like trying to be cool that isn't. Come on. Really only had 6 minutes here? Jesus. So yeah, in my T Public store, I've got Stan Hansen shirts, got a Brody shirt. Oh, you're shitting me. Come on, man. Froze again. Son of a bitch. You know what I see people doing now is on TikTok, they just like hold the camera in front of the TV. It's like the easiest way to stream on TikTok. Not so bad. Might do that. Oh, you gotta be kidding me, man. Oh, wait a minute. On my back? He moved. No. Ah, I shrunk it. That happens too. Son of a bitch. All right. You know what? I guess that'll do it. Ugh, forget about it. All right. That's going to do it for now. Mute this shit. All right. Can't wait to go back and watch this and see what a disaster it was. So for anybody that stopped in, or if you're watching on YouTube after the fact, thanks for checking it out, my stream, and bearing with me through this nightmare. So like I said, my comic, Championship Wrestling League #1, you can find on Etsy right now. Issue #1 is available. You can get it digitally on Amazon, or you can get a physical copy through Etsy. Um, Make sure you send me a DM if you want me to sign it or not. And a lot of people, I don't know if people want that. They don't want that, so I don't sign it unless somebody specifically asks for it. So yeah, so check that out too. Like I said, there's pins. Check out my T Public store. Follow me if you watching this on Twitter. Um, and check out my linker and all the stuff I got going on. I've got podcasts that I'm way behind on and all kinds of Instagram pages, my T Public store. So, all right. Thanks. Thanks, folks.